Hey everybody, it's Coach Renee. Today's win coaching moment is about assuming. Let's face it, we all do it. We all assume. It's something that we've been taught since we were very young. It's part of our society. And it's also part of how we were created. We were actually created to make certain assumptions based off of the evidence that's happened previously. If you think about it, why this is important when it comes to our well-being is if we see a fire and we at one point go and touch it and we get burnt, we're going to associate and we are going to assume that whenever we go touch a fire, it's going to be hot, right? Now, that's in a positive way. However, I'm sure that you have experienced, let me know if you have experienced down in the comments, a bad assumption or something that turned out to be totally wrong. I have many, many, many times. And I was reminded today of how important it is if we want to win at life that we need to be very careful about our assumptions. In fact, when it comes to other people, we actually need to assume the best. What does that look like? Well, let me give you a little example. I was driving down the road and there was a huge corner that was straight out in front of me, up above or way out there. It was a corner that was like one of those like really weird corners and difficult to navigate even with a car. But there was a super long semi truck with like this really long extended trailer. And they were trying to turn this corner. It looked like they were going to be completely jackknifed. It looked like they were going to hit the stop sign. Did not think it was going to go well. Turns out my assumption was wrong. They actually made the corner and they were coming toward me. And I was feeling like super excited for that driver. I'm thinking, oh my gosh, how awesome would that be that for one, you were like this close to hitting a stop sign and you didn't. And all of the oncoming traffic towards you did not get hit or anything like that. Like it all went well. And so I don't know, I was like cheering on the driver. And literally as they drive by me, I'm like, yeah. And okay, so this is, my thumb up. This is me, little me, while they're way up there going by me. They're looking down at me, and I realize they may have even thought that I was waving a different finger. They also might have assumed that I was angry. It's very difficult when you're looking through different windows, different perspectives, maybe different moods, all these things that we are experiencing in our human life. That could look very different, right? For instance, if they're way up there looking down at me and I'm doing this, they may think that what they see is me going, right? I'm angry. Maybe they thought that I was like booing them for trying to turn that corner. We need to make sure that we are assuming the best. What that made me realize is how many times I see from my perspective something that someone else is doing or hear something that they're saying, and my mind is piecing it together in such a way that I actually get to choose what it is in that moment that they are saying to me or that I'm hearing. And if I choose correctly, well, I mean, think about it. Wouldn't we just want to have more joy in assuming the best? If we're assuming the worst, we're going to actually sabotage our mental health. We're going to be thinking the worst about people or the worst about situations. It's not healthy. We're going to also bring other people down. But winners are going to assume the best, which is going to increase our joy. We're going to experience more joy in our life. It's also going to help us to have better relationships, because think about that in your relationships. When you assume the best, you're giving people a lot of grace, even when maybe they didn't mean the best. But if you assume the best, the way that you show up is going to be positive. The way you show up is giving grace and mercy in a situation. When you assume the best, you also don't make those errors that could be really embarrassing. Like, for instance, telling someone off when really they were telling you like great things about you. Who knows? If you have an embarrassing story, let me know in the comments. It'd be kind of fun. Because I know I have mine. I just can't think of them right now. But assuming the best is what winners do. And that is where we can be safe. We can feel like, wow, we can actually be ourselves. And if we mess up, it's okay because we all do. We're all imperfect human beings. So I'm just giving you this challenge. Every day you have choices to make. Every day you get to interpret situations that you don't have all the facts for, that maybe you didn't hear clearly. Maybe you didn't see everything. I want you to assume the best. I want you to choose that winning mindset and see how that improves your life. See how that helps you get closer to your finish line. I know it helps me when I choose the best. And I'm not even perfect at that, of course, because none of us are. But friend, I want you to go out and be who you are created to be. Do what you're designed to do so that you can win at life and make your impact in this world. And if there's anything that I can do to help you, reach out. Check out the Winner Circle. If you're in the Winner Circle, share this with a friend. Let somebody know that you have found a safe place, that you're able to practice, that you're able to be around other winners that are assuming the best so that you can feel safe to be who you were created to be. Because that community is what is going to help you build the confidence that you need out in the world. Talk to you later.